And it's like, nah, I don't know if I want to do this. So we have the Seven of Swords coming up as your underlying energy. Now, what I see this as, I mean, have a look. He's looking back over his shoulder at the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card, right? Your heart's desire. And he's kind of running off. He's running off. He's trying to escape. So the whole thing, yes, it's the lie, cheater, deception card, but the underlying energy is the energy of the person or the people in this case that I'm reading for. It's general, so it can go both ways, yes, but that's the general rule, that it's the people that I'm reading for. So unless you've been lying, cheating, deceiving, doing stuff in the shadows, doesn't have to be nefarious. Sometimes we are trying to hide things so people don't know what we're up to, right? Unless you're doing that, I mean, it could be. So maybe you're trying to work on something in secret. You're doing something in secret. You put a lot of work and effort into it, and it might be time for it to come out. But I'm still not getting that. We have two cards of secrets coming up here. We have this guy who looks like he's trying to escape something, or he doesn't want to take the risk. That's a major energy coming in of you don't want it to be seen. You don't want to show it. I don't know. Why does it feel risky to you? I don't understand why, because you put so much time and effort into this. The Eight of Pentacles is coming up as a past energy. And obviously, only you guys know why this is. But the guy in the Eight of Pentacles, look how focused he is. He's focused on that pentacle in front of him. Doesn't matter how many more he's done. Was that one not perfect? And he threw it on the ground. He doesn't want that one. These ones are perfect. This is the apprentice who's trying to master some skill. And he's working hard on this because he knows he wants to get it right. And he knows it's going to lead somewhere to long-term security and stability. If he gets that trade down. Now, this doesn't have to be a job. This could be a relationship. This could be something. But you've put a lot of time and effort into this. I know that for sure. It's the past, last week, last month, last year, whatever, right? But you've been doing this for a while. You've put effort into it. The focus of this week is the Nine of Cups, which is your heart's desire. It's your heart's desire. It's the wish card, right? This is what I want. This is what I wish for. And yet still, all of a sudden now, it's like you want to escape a situation. For some of you, you put work and effort into escaping a situation, but I'm not really getting that. For the majority, I'm getting you put time and effort into it. It's about to come in now. You're about to hit your heart's desire, get your heart's desire, get success, and you're kind of backing off from it. Now, yeah, some people have a fear of success. I know a lot of people have a fear of failure. This is not that. This is, I don't know if I want to do this. So it's coming in here. So let's have a look at what's coming in as if in the present, we have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess, she's, again, the keeper of all secrets. So a lot of this secretive stuff. Secrets. The only one that's missing is the Moon. Those are the three big cards that are to do with hidden things, secrets, not revealing what's going on, working in the shadows, right? And so the High Priestess is someone who knows. She knows. And because if she comes up in your spread, this is saying trust your intuition. There's something that you know. There's a gut feeling that you have to act on it. But that's just it. I don't think this is one and the same thing. I don't think the gut feeling is to avoid this, what you've been working on. I think the gut feeling is to go with it. Because if you follow your gut feeling, you get to the King of Pentacles, who is success. He is successful. He's mastered. If this person's trying to gain mastery over something, he's achieved that. He sits on that throne. He has a kingdom. He's worked for everything. He has great abundance. Yeah, it's fears and doubts. Come on, Aries. Let's think about this for a moment. Just pause and think about it. Look at how much work you put into this. Look, you know what your heart's desire is, right? You know what your heart's desire is. Are you going to let this stop you? These are your doubts. Swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our ideas, right? And she's blindfolded. She's tied up, but she's not tied to anything. She could escape. There's a huge gap in front of her. If she could struggle a little bit. We all have that inner saboteur in our head that tells us, you're too young, you're too old, you're too fat, you're too skinny. You don't know enough. This is going to go wrong. That's going to go wrong. That's what this is. And yet, with the High Priestess there, it's saying your intuition is not that. And a lot of people have problems distinguishing between their fears and their intuition. Now, your intuition is going to be like your best friend. Your best friend will tell you, even if it's something that you don't want to hear, your best friend will say, look, Aries, you know it's not the truth, right? And they'll call you out on your BS. And that's what your intuition does. Your fears, they try to keep you safe. And they'll tell you anything to keep you safe. It's like an overprotective parent. And your fears will never make you feel good. Never make you feel good. Your intuition, even if it's something crappy that you've intuited, you know that, okay, yeah, this is the right thing. This is the way to go. But trust me on this. It's something that you've worked hard on. It's coming in. It's coming in. Now, what are you going to listen to though, right? Seven of Swords this, which is escape. I don't want to take the risk. I don't want to do this. I'm ready to leave it all behind, everything that I've worked hard on. Then I don't know. That's a whole different spread for you guys. For those of you that are willing to trust your intuition over your fears, go with that inner knowledge. Know that, look, I've done this. I've put in the practical hard work. I might still not see evidence of it coming in, but I know where this is going. I know that something's going to come out of this. Where does that lead? It leads you to the King of Pentacles. And like I said, he's all about success. This is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of you have been working really hard on your long-term stability and security. Whether that's a job, whether that's a relationship, whether that's on yourself, the shadow work, right? Whatever it is that you've been doing, it leads you to this is an amazing place to be. To have, to enjoy the abundance that you've worked so hard for. And yet still, Aries, I'm getting this. This is fears. I get it. We all have those fears and doubts. Like I said, and think about it. Our ancestors needed those fears and doubts. If they heard a rustling in the bushes, they'd run. And that's what kept them alive. And that's why we're alive as a species today. But it was life or death back then. It's not life or death right now. Or very rarely is it life or death, right? Now, what's the advice? What's your advice to get to this? Trust your instincts and what else? Because some people I think it was an Aries that asked me this. What does this position mean in a spread? This is the advice to get you to this. Both of these cards get you to the future. Either to help you avoid that future or to get to it. Don't skulk around in the shadows. Don't do this passive. Because the other thing with the High Priestess is she's passive. She doesn't act. So it's almost like pulling back, not putting in the work now. What's the point? So nothing's going to come of this anyway. That's not the case. Six of Wands says, stand up and be recognized for all the work that you've done. Have a look at this person. It's a victory card, right? It's recognition for everything that you've done. And I know it's a long time coming. I know you haven't had that recognition. But the thing with the Six of Wands is no one comes up to you and kind of gives you a pat on the back. This guy climbs up on his horse, holds his wand up high, puts a victory wreath on it and says, hey, look at what I've done. Look at what I've succeeded at. This is pride. Taking pride in everything that you've done. I don't know what's going on here, Aries. I mean, this can play out in so many different ways. But the bottom line is it's time to come out into the spotlight. It's time to be seen. It's time to be recognized for what you've done. For all the effort that you've put in. I mean, for some of you, if you're dealing with someone like this might be the week where they kind of go really quiet. And you're thinking, what the hell happened here? We were working on something. What happened? Everything's going so great. Because they're dealing with this, fears and doubts. I don't want to take the risk. I don't want to do this. I don't know. It's a major case of the what ifs and the I don't knows coming in here. The solution is this. Get up, get on your horse, tell the world, scream it loud and proud. This is what I've done. Look at what I've done. This is what I deserve. I deserve a seat on that throne. I deserve that success. I deserve the abundance. The King of Pentacles, he's a traditionalist, right? So, he earns that much to take care of his family, to take care of the people that he loves. He provides security and stability so he can nurture those people that he loves. And it's your heart's desire to have this position. Some of you, it's a job that you're trying to go for. I love you. These are very important words. They are indeed. They are indeed. This card doesn't come up very often. And when it does, it's almost like, I've said this to clients when this card comes up for them. I say, who do you need to say I love you to? Especially think about it. This is a relationship. Let's go through it and do a relationship read on this. You've worked really hard. Either you've been dating, kissing those frogs, working on your behavioral issues, your old relationship issues. You've been putting in the effort and the work. It's your heart's desire to be with this person, to be in this relationship to make it work the way that it is. And yet, now it's like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel stuck. I don't know if there's what I can do here. But you do know. The High Priestess tells you, you know. You know this. Trust your intuition. Go with your gut feeling. The King of Pentacles, in relationships, he's an amazing energy to have because, like I said, he's a traditionalist. He wants to be with you. He wants to get a house together, move in together, get married, and all of that stuff. And that's whether masculine, feminine, whatever, right? With the kings, it's an energy, it's a vibration. No matter what sign it is as well. The signs don't own the cards. But it's time to kind of get out there, have pride. Do you have pride in how much work you put into yourself, into the relationship? If you do, go forward and say, I love you. To yourself, love, we do this because we love ourselves, because we deserve it, right? That's the 9 of Cups. The whole reason the person walks away from the 8 Cups, in the 8 of Cups to the 9 is because I deserve better than this. So when you're getting what you deserve, what you worked for, what? Are you afraid to say I love you? Maybe you found the person. Maybe the relationship's going where it is. Or maybe the other person says I love you to you. You thought you wanted that person. You thought you wanted it. That was your heart's desire. I love you came in and that's like, I don't know if I want this. I don't know if I should take this risk. If the King of Pentacles is someone else that's coming in, he's solid. He is solid. He means what he says. He's not going to say, I love you. And that's really easy to say. I know it is. But there's a way to kind of, if you focus on the now, think about it. If we focus on the past, we'll have regrets. So this might be, well, I should have done this. And I don't know if I did that right. And maybe I should have done. That's regrets. It can drive you nuts. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you would have seen, I think it was last month or maybe the month before. I've shared it a couple of times. There's a video and they interview these 3 people that are over 100 years old. And one thing they all have in common is they don't have any regrets. It's like, screw it, I did it. So the looking back, and that's maddening because you just have regrets doing the post-mortem of everything that you've ever done. But the other thing is looking to the future. That causes stress and anxiety. I don't know if I want to take that risk. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if that will happen. And that's just it. You don't know. All you can know is where you are right now. All you can do is trust your intuition right now. And that's happy. The key is right now. The grass is not greener anywhere else. The grass is greenest wherever you are. Wherever you are. Step into that. Trust what you know right now. Trust where you are right now. This can be that whole kind of thing. Let me give you a few examples of, say you've been studying for exams, and then you think, I'm not even going to go to the exam. Screw it. Forget it. I'm not going to pass anyway. What's the point? And the High Priestess has sat there, yes, she's passive energy, but inside that, look, it's better to go, and at least I gave it a shot, than not to try this at all. Success. You have 2 cards of success. He's very successful coming in there. And you got the wish card. I can't stress it enough. I feel like all I've said here is, hey,